everyone, my name is PolishLynx, and this is Blue Rose, visual novel made by White Cat, and probably this might be also a good game because of a high rating. Let's start. It came out of nowhere. Watch out! To your left! Chaos breaks out. There's a loud crashing sound and the scream of someone else close by. The ground shakes beneath our feet and makes my heart skip a beat. The terrible menacing presence of something hostile washes over me, and I spin around to see the cause of this disaster. How could I have not noticed it? How did something like this sneak up on us? I see the source of the scream lying beneath the claws of the beast, blood on the ground below it. The monster trashes on without hesitation, continuing its attack on our group. Adele! Protect Lady Adele! I yell this above the noise of the chaotic fighting while trying to locate the woman who we are supposed to keep out of harm's way. I see her a little ways behind me, desperately trying not to fall off her panicked horse.
Keep together, Lena, get Lady Adele away from here.
I make my way towards the woman, my eyes fixed on the giant monsters looming above us. The dragon opens its jaws, letting out another deafening roar before crashing into another couple of soldiers with its tail. Then it turns its head towards Adele. Her horse finally stops in its tracks, its forelegs stiffly planted in the ground. While it stares back at the predator, I can see it shake with fear with its hind legs arming it close to the edge of the cliff. She's trapped. Damn. I leap forward in an attempt to come between the dragon and Adele before it strikes. I reach her just in time, twisting around the face to voice the monster just as it attacks. Another Templar steps up my side to help me get the woman into safety. He tries to dodge as the dragon snaps its jaws at him, but is instead caught in the next strike from its claw. He lets out a small cry before getting crushed beneath it. The dragon moves forward again before I can see what happened to him. The battleground is chaotic as the dragon fights back with quick and measured movements. The others try to attack its flank, as I am the last one standing between the beast and Adele. There is an ominous, sucking sound as the dragon is about to unleash a fire attack towards us. Another of the Templars let out a cry and stabbed his glowing sword to the dragon's feet, letting out a yelp of pain and surprise. The neck of the dragon jerks back, and it lets out a puff of fire into the air. Even down here, I can feel the heat from the missed attack. Angry, the dragon moves its attention back towards the attacker. This is my chance. I leap forward, hoping to get a blow in, but the dragon reacts way too fast. As it twists its body around to improve its standing, another claw lashes out to brush me aside, quickly readying my sword. The impact between claw and steel fills my ears. I stagger backwards from the blow, trying to create some distance between me and my enemy and to take note of the situation. This isn't good. I'm getting tired, and the dragon is just too powerful. I cast a glance at the Templar lying on the ground near me. Is he dead? Adele. I take another quick look around to try and confirm her location, but before that I notice something else. The dragon lunges forward once again, but this time the target is another knight on the battleground. It's Simon. No! My knight freezes as the dragon lowers its claws on the man holding up his sword in an attempt to defend himself. Before I know it, I rush forward, in desperate attempt to help, but I only manage to take one step forward before a smashing pain hits me from the side. The tail of the dragon strikes me like a hammer. My head goes blank and I feel the ground disappearing beneath my feet. My sense of up and down is lost as I sail through the air, the wind blowing against my face. What? But before I can finish that thought, my head is struck by something hard. My head hurts. No, my entire body. I can hardly move. Cold fear crawls up my spine as the memory of what happened slowly returns to me. The monster, the others. I force my eyes open and try to move my arms so I can push myself up from the ground. Where am I? As I move my body upward, pain shoots through my head. With a moan, I touch it with my hand. My hair is wet and sticky. Crap. I see my own blood on the ground where I was lying. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. I rise to my feet and stagger dizzily until I get close enough to the cliffside to lean my hand up against it. Then I take a closer look at my surroundings. I'm all alone. There are no traces of the rest of the group anywhere. A little further away, I spot my sword tossed aside in the tall grass. That's right, I fell. In all honesty, it's a surprise that I'm even still alive. I fell a long way. I take a look at my hand. There is some blood on it from the wound on my hand, on my head, but it seems like the bleeding isn't that bad at this point. Still, I can't stay here like this. Simon. I unconsciously mumble his name. Is he? I shut my eyes and force myself to think of something else. I have to concentrate on getting out of here now. Besides, I can't hear anything from up above. Maybe they have already moved on in order to regroup and get the ambassador to safety. Yeah, if they made it, then that is most likely. It's not certain that they know what became of me anyway. Ignoring the pain in my left leg, I slowly make my way to the spot where I lost my sword. Then I continue forward, hoping to find a way back to the trail we were following. If I can come at least that far, then I may somehow be able to find out where to go next. I stagger along like this for several minutes, trying to get to higher ground, but progress is slow, and soon the penetrating pain in my head only grows worse. For every heartbeat, a numbing wave rolls through me. No. I grit my teeth and try to ignore it, but little does it help, and soon I find my consciousness wavering as well. I can't. Not here. All strength and feeling leaves my legs, and I slowly sink to the ground. Darkness overwhelms me. Day 1. Hey. I distant muffled voice as if someone is calling me from the other side of the thick curtain. Are you alright? Are you calling me? Hey. As I open my eyes, I find myself staring up at the ceiling. Where am I? I'm in the bed? I slowly push myself up and look around. It's a small room, and I am alone. Raising my hand to check on the wound on my head again, I feel the soft touch of bandage wrap around it. Who did this? Then I gasp as the memories hit me. Flashes of images from when the dragon attacked, the chaos and desperation as we tried to rally and fight back. Nights crashed before they realize what is happening, and the deafening sound of the dragon's cries. The last glimpse of a person before I fell. Little Simon, that was. I think that was Simon. I realized that I'm trembling. What happened? As my perplexion grows, a new thought makes me look around the room. almost panicked. My sword! I don't see my sword anywhere. It's been taken from me. I am interrupted by the sound of the door opening, and I look up to see a stranger, bearing a tray, enter the room. He looks up and meets my icy stare.
Oh, you're awake.
He walks over to the bed and places the tray on the bed table. There is some bread and a glass of water on top of it. I feel my body grow tense as I instinctively raise my guard towards this stranger. My ribs still hurt a bit, but I ignore it for now. Where am I?
My house?
He doesn't look at me while giving me this scared answer. He just focuses on the second cup on the tray. Looks like a kind of tea. There's a small bag with something that looks like herb powder, which he drizzles into the hot water. What is that? Your house? He finally starts to look at me as he finishes with the tea.
Yeah, I found you unconscious and brought you here. You almost died, you know.
He speaks to me in a cold and caring manner, as he couldn't care less. Where's my... My gaze falls down myself and I realize that I'm wearing an unfamiliar white shirt. Underneath, I catch a glimpse of the bandages covering my wounds.
What? Who? Relax. I'm not the one who changed your clothes. It was a woman, okay?
I look up at him as he hardly blurts out of his excuse. Well, that is kind of relief. Where is my sword? Slightly surprised, he raises his eyebrow at this question.
You're not going to ask for my name or how long you have been here?
My sword. He sighs and turns away to focus on the tray again.
Not here. I don't want weapons in this house.
And still you have arrows on your back. Can see them. What?
Eat this. There's some medicine in this cup. Make sure to drink it.
Then he turns around and heads towards the door. Hey! But the door has already closed behind him. I once again find myself all alone, sitting in a bed in an unfamiliar room. He took my sword away, or did he just leave it in the forest? Can I trust him? I cast a glance at the cup of hot water standing on the table next to me. I have no idea what kind of strange powder he put into it. On the other hand, I don't imagine anyone would poison somebody so obviously. However, the smell of warm bread and cheese makes me realize how hungry I am. How hungry I actually am. In the end, I take the bread and leave the tea alone. It's late in the afternoon. For a while, I kept searching through my surroundings to try and get a clear idea of my current situation. I was thinking of leaving this place behind and go search for my colleagues, but after a while, the pain in my ribs and head increased. Biting my lip, I had to face the fact that leaving bed and heading out into the unknown now would be foolish. And so I leaned back in bed, closed my eyes, and rested. The birds are still singing outside the window. I don't hear any other humans nearby, so it doesn't seem like we are in a town. Thinking back on the map that we are following through the mountains, this was supposed to be a wild, desolate place without any human settlements for miles. It would have taken another couple of days of travel to cross the mountains, and then a little more before reaching the next town. That is why we chose this road. It made it less likely for us to run into any enemies, but it seems that the wildlife here itself turned against us instead. There is a sound of a door opening and closing somewhere close. It is the man who brought the food. The silence had given me the impression that he had left the house entirely. Maybe he just got back. I strain my ears in an attempt to find out whether he is alone or he brought someone else with him. It doesn't sound like there is anyone else. That is a relief. Before long, the door to my room opens again and the man from before enters. I open my eyes and watch him cautiously.
You didn't drink the tea.
Where is my sword?
Shut up about the sword already. I'm not giving it back to you.
What? How dare you? Annoyed, he ignores my protest and walks over to the bed to pick up the cup with the cold tea.
If you don't drink this the healing process will be much slower and you will have to stay here longer. I don't believe that's any of us hope for.
Who are you?
He watches me for a second, as if wondering why I suddenly changed my question like that. My name is Tobias. I live here.
Where is here?
The mountains. I believe you were already aware what area you were in when you collapsed.
You live here alone?
He breathes another deep sigh. Stop being paranoid, but no, I'm not your enemy, and I'm not going to call anyone on you. Yes, I live here alone, as far as I know. No one else resides this far up in the mountains.
How long was I sleeping?
3 days.
I see. We both fall silent. Tobias glared at me for a moment, as if waiting for something, then impatiently opens his mouth again.
And you?
What?
You never found it appropriate to introduce yourself either.
My name is Lena. Without bothering with a response, Tobias takes the tray and turns toward the door.
I'll bring another cup of tea. Make sure to drink it this time.
The door closes and I am alone again. With a deep sigh, I lean back towards the back of the bed.